No, you are boasting about it that you restored it.
Okay.
We are the receiving end. We are not receiving it. And for how many years? 3-4 years. If you keep boasting that we did it, and I have been in school and I have not received it, please, it was the right place, it was the right time, it was the appropriate place, and it was the exact time.
Probably they released funds like they have been saying they have, but it went into wrong hands and it hasn't gotten to them yet. So she wanted to just be sure, did they come from you and didn't get to us?
This 177,000 release cannot do anything. It can't do anything. So if you have such a system where we are not really honest with the people, I think this vice president is just an embarrassment.
Recently there've been this issue where His Excellency the Vice President went to a certain nursing college, and then he was actually talking about this students' allowance issue, where he said the NDC government came and cancelled it, and they have restored it, and so they are paying. But then one young nurse came out and said that since she started, she's actually in her last semester of school. She hasn't received her allowance. So I don't know. Was the question at the right place for you?
Hey, appropriate, timely, accurately, because we have been talking to our authorities. So let's say headmasters, headmistresses.
She asked the question to embarrass the vice president.
No, you are boasting about it that you restored it.
Okay.
We are the receiving end. We are not receiving it. And for how many years? 3-4 years. If you keep boasting that we did it, and I have been in school and I have not received it, please, it was the right place, it was the right time, it was the appropriate place, and it was the exact time for that to be asked, And I was so, when people are not scared to ask, I don't even know why you should be scared to ask what is due you, because if you say you are giving me this, it is on record you are giving me, you must give me. Exactly. So those promises that are being made and are not fulfilled, it is time. People should take advantage of this campaign tour, whatever they are going on, and ask them relevant questions. Ask them questions. You said you are going to do this, do that. I think the government, was it a record track?
Performance tracker.
Performance tracker. So probably if it's open to the public, you can also go there, see what they said they will do for you, and go there. Go to the site, see if they are actually there. If they are not, why is it not done? He's gone to the Savannah region and then promised us a regional hospital if he becomes president. It's on record. If he becomes president and he doesn't, the next year he goes there, we should ask him, why we don't have a regional hospital yet? But we should not glorify the vice president is here, the president is here, the minister is here, and so what?
And then ask irrelevant questions.
And be praising them instead of asking them the reality of issues. You get it? So I'm sure, and the next day, once this question was raised and it went viral on social media, the next day or two, monies were released for the Ministry of Health to pay those arrears. Millions of Ghana cedis were released for the arrears to be paid. So it was the right time. That girl must be rewarded.
They all have to contribute.
For speaking for nurses, I tell you.
For
speaking for the nurses, it was appropriate. Yes.
Right. I think our time is fast.
Right. So I think that it came from a place of frustration and then hunger.
Yeah.
So it was right she did that, Else, how else would she have had what she and others are getting? Yeah. So I think it was right. Maybe she didn't attach any political color, so I don't think there's any wrong. Nobody can say that she was.
It's not politics. You are claiming you restored it.
Yes.
So why are we not receiving? This is more like if Moses will not go.
Probably they released funds like they have been saying they have, but it went into wrong hands and it hasn't gotten to them yet. So she wanted to just be sure. Did they come from you and didn't get to us, or it didn't come from you at all? Because there was a similar issue with the buffer stock. People, the farmers making requests for their monies not being paid, and then a whole lot of things around it. So some of these questions are very important. And like Queen was saying, you get them when they are weak.
Yes.
When they are vulnerable, then you hit the nail hard on.
Okay, Robbie.
Well, I must be brutally honest and truthful on this subject. You know, I just pray that we, the young people, we will all at least develop some interest on our national issues.
Yes.
It's very important.
Yes.
You see, you plant old people in power, and then they mess you up, and you can't tell your future.
Yes.
It's not because we are lazy people. The youth, many of them are ready to work. It's just that they don't have the avenues to. You see, that what's it called? With the student allowances, if you have the same vice president who made campaign promises in 2016 that they will restore the allowances, because the previous government gave us an an explanation that they cannot pay the allowances simply because we had a particular agreement with the German, was it a Norwegian? I've forgotten the count. We had this agreement, and then we were getting funding from it for because some time ago, colleges, people did not want to attend college for college education, training colleges. So how do we drive traffic there, get the interest there? Let's incentivize them with some allowances. So you realize that now young people are interested in going to those areas. To study, teaching field, nursing field, and all that. You see, even a nurse at that time could even complain. They said they are giving you accumulation. And then you use that accumulation to resource yourself and start work.
Yes.
But it got to a time that the country said that we can't sustain such. So what happened is that let's remove it and then make sure that as they are diploma holders or certificate holders, we upgrade them to a degree. Then this became a political tool for everybody to talk about.
Yeah.
Yes, the government says that, we can shoulder it. We will restore it if you vote for us. Yes, we voted for that government. This one has nothing to do with politics, unless you are not thinking straight. Look, you will give me allowances. There are so many students for the last 7-8 years who can tell you that they've not received anything, or some have been paid, others have not been paid. Look, I saw the roster, the calendar, 2017 till date. Amounts that have been owing. This 177,000 release cannot do anything. It can't do anything. So if you have such a system where we are not really honest with the people, I think this vice president is just an embarrassment. Look, let me tell you. You cannot look, and those people handling the vice president, I think most of them are just young people. And then we had an experienced politician like Damboche, who has served this country for a long time. And then the vice president goes to create such a blunder, and then nobody is taking responsibility for it. As a vice president, before you go and authoritatively speak on a subject matter, you are briefed properly. You are briefed on it properly. Since you started making all this noise all over the place that, we have restored allowances, you didn't check that they've not been paid for a long time. So this was a serious blunder. Because if you go and stand on a platform, we have restored your allowances, and then we are paying you your allowances, then this is the same vice president, sometime when they were in opposition, says that you have given 100 and what questions for the former vice president, Emisata, may he rest in peace. Today, it took just a kindergarten student to ask you one question and the program got closed. You see, these are the kind of things that we are talking about. When are we going to get our allowances? Because since I came in from first year to this, I've never received. Was this not an embarrassment? Then you are now saying that, I'll go and then verify, and then I'll ensure that I push it. If it's not great, I'll push it for you. What does that really mean?
Sad.
This should have even ended his campaign. But you see, because we are dealing with shameless people in this country who are leadership, what we are seeing is that you still go all over the place. And you see, it's very risky. It's not because of anything. When you are a candidate, especially political strategist, I am not a politician. I am a novice in political science. But you see, when you are exposing a candidate for that matter, a sitting candidate to public scrutiny. But you know what happens? They can decide to select through their TESCOM, which people should be the ones to ask the questions. If they knew that this lady would have asked that, she wouldn't have been given the opportunity.
I'm sure going forward, though,
that's now what they are doing. TESCOM will verify who and who should ask.
Yeah.
So they know when they are going to connect with the youth, they say youth connect. They know who and who to allow ask questions.
No, but I think, don't you think we should, applaud them for giving the opportunity for...
Oh, applaud waiting. Wait, what haven't
people
we seen
to ask
before?
questions,
Look,
of course.
It's even it's
But if
something...
you are letting people ask questions to favor you, how is that?
No, we should even
demanded
rebuke
of
them.
us?
You know why?
Didn't favor him,
Look,
did it?
No, so that's what he's saying.
Look.
After that question, the TESCOM will do what? They would make sure
Yeah.
they
Just
scrutinize.
say-
He's just
so-
no,
okay, yes,
but
yes.
why? Abba, we've grown to this stage. Well,
I
let me tell you,
yeah.
you know that we used to have a presidential encounter with the media.
Yeah.
When was the last time you heard
We heard
about
that.
it? Since this government came to. When Akufo-Addo tried first season, he demolished it. The questions they will ask today, the two of them cannot have their legs to stand any of those questions.
Yeah.
You spoke about corruption. What is the rate of corruption in the country currently? So they can't take those questions. So if you look at what happens there, I'm telling you, I'm not a soothsayer, but go and ask how they get people to ask questions. It was only during yesterday, during the breakfast meeting with the clergy. And the imams, they didn't even ask questions. It was the clergy that asked questions. And those ones, listening to all I even covered all the 3 sets or 4. I never saw at any point in time that they allowed questions apart from the breakfast thing. And then the youth connects one, I'm telling you how they will select people who are the students that will ask questions. And this one is very obvious because the vice president consistently embarrasses himself. He has lost that touch with the people. The realities are staring at us at the face. Now, we cannot be hypocrites as usual. I don't need to tell you that you are suffering before you know you are suffering.
Oh no, challenge.
Everybody knows where your pain is. You were just talking about how tomato cost or how the cost has risen. So would I sit for somebody to come and tell me my own pain? No. If you come to tell me something, I know. Look, do you know the number of silent majority who are waiting for December 7th? I seated here cannot say. But I believe strongly that it's one thing that leads to another. Because if you check what we are going through as a people, nobody will tell you that what the young lady did by asking the question. This was not even, he says that no, I'm reminding you that as you say you have restored it, we have not received anything yet. I've been from year 1 till date, I've not received anything. This is a very, very legitimate question. And I think that it has actually solved giving a particular hint. And you see, funny enough, the finance minister who is at the event, or who is always present at these events, was fully aware of the situation.
Yeah.
Before you said that, why didn't you consult him? Charlie, because you are all from the north, you speak the same language. So you could ask those things before you go and speak. But because the vice president has become so much open to the extent that he takes confidence or pride in disgracing himself. And I think it's not going right. Why? You are not aware.
Guys. I think we have said enough. Yeah. And the time is fast spent.
Goodness.
I don't know if Quick Glassy has something to add.
Oh, I think it's been a good discussion.
He said they said they want to build hospital in Savannah.
Regional
region.
hospital.
Today, we are supposed to have Agenda 111. And none of them could be cited in Savannah. Sometimes.
All right. So all has been said and done.
Yeah. Like everything has been said. Like
Okay.
Glassy said. So.
The lion has said everything. All right, guys. Thank you so much, Queen Classy, Snapped, and Honorable Robicon.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for coming through, and thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next episode. Peace. We out.
Yeah.